Leave you laid out on the floor, try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Saying that you're the best, you gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, what up? Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, Exile Official. No negotiations needed, period. You already know WCS back in the building. I feel like they're important to talk about. You know, shout out to Tyrese in the building. I see you. Salute to you, brother. What's good? Fight week is currently going down on Times Square. I'm not sure if they're going to change up the rules right now. What I mean is, are they going to allow certain people to pull up to the fight or whatever have you? I don't know. But I do want to talk about, like I was speaking about yesterday, how the media is out there doing a shabby job. Today I say shabby. I believe some of these content creators out there are just doing a shabby job. Why? Because they're not even trying to cover the fight, man. They're trying to cover themselves. And, anybody who's seen me on deck, I pretty much covered the fighters themselves and didn't worry about covering myself. But I do want to go over some details that I consider to be, concerning. If you know what I mean. If you look at the description, it says Garcia Romero scales officially. They're about to have the official weigh-in coming up in a matter of minutes. All right. And then I want to talk about Bakole Ajagba and their back and forth verbal sparring. I didn't know they really disliked each other like this, but it absolutely seemed like that is the case. It seemed like they don't like one another at all. Then I'm going to start off with this right here. Conor Benn. Conor Benn just came off a very memorable clash with Eubank Jr. Man, he's getting mad love out there in New York. This is the guy who popped positive for clomiphene. You know what I'm saying? We see him walking the streets of NY and people recognizing and showing him love and flowers, giving him flowers for his performance. That's the upside to a bad situation. Well, I mean, like this dude popped dirty, went in there, and people still, some of them, but people was like counting him out because he was the smaller man. He went in there and let his cojones, his heart, everything he had when it came down to his pops, his boxing lineage and all that, he left it in the ring. He gave it all he could against the bigger fighter Eubank, and he just couldn't get it done. But the effort like he gave, man, is not like we used to seeing. You got to commend the dude. Much respect to him. I'm not gonna continue to go back and on the man that the Pop Dirty. If people continue, I continue to tell y'all this over here in the US, how they just totally forget that Ryan Garcia Pop. He came off suspension, and all he has to do is dress up and wear a suit and go to the press conference, main event, slap you in the face type shit. Slap you right there, smacking your face about this shit. And it's almost like Peds, US content creators, boxing fans, stop talking hours about a fighter popping dirty. Turkey Al-Sheikh don't care. He's telling you to your face, man. It's more things he has to deal with. I'm talking about somebody popping positive. He don't care none about that. He said, what is that? This is a sport of criminals. This is a sport of unsavory characters. I don't want to hear anything about a fighter popping dirty. All I want to do is for them to come in here and fight. Depending on who you are, I want you to damn carry out the orders that I have laid upon you. You understand me? Shout out to Swat Jones in the building. What's good with it, bro? OG Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building. Salute. Yeah, I agree. Eubank and Benn, absolute classic. Yeah, man. I'm glad to see him walking the streets of NY, getting that love. I'm even happy he showed up, because right now he has that halo of respect that's walking around with him, that's following him around NY. And the composition is people are taking notes and trying to figure out, why is he even here? The man just finished fighting, up there at a higher weight class. Why is he down here when the card consists of 140 and 147 pounders? We know Ben is a welterweight, but why is he here? Why is he here? He's gonna jump in the ring. They're gonna allow Ben to jump in the ring and call somebody out, even though the fight may not happen, or may. This may be a surprise. Who knows? But I definitely had to, chop it up. And just pretty much talk about Ben, how they give him his flowers, saluting him and everything else in NYC. They love Ryan. He did the same thing. The fans love the bad guy. Yeah, look, if they're going to love the bad guy, Bruce, all I'm saying is love the bad guy and let everybody know why you love the bad guy. If you just don't give a damn about Peds, don't sit up here and be in debates for hours at a time talking about, I don't respect that fighter. He's a cheater. No. Canelo popped dirty, and people still show him love. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take too much time on Ben. I just wanted to get that out the way or whatever. F.A. Ajagba, Martin Bakole. Recently, we did see Martin Bakole take his second loss. Both his losses been stoppages, right? He had been stopped by Michael Hunter back in October 2018. And then he was stopped by Joseph Parker, February 2025. Now, of course, that fight was on short notice, but he took the fight, got paid, and his chin. He cashed in his chin that night. Joseph Parker cashed in Bakole's chin. Now he's fighting F.A. Ajagba. Okay? He's fighting F.A. Ajagba, y'all. F.A. Ajagba is a fighter that's been trying to make himself known. Both of these fighters are sitting about 20 plus wins. Martin Bakole's just one more. Both of them have suffered at least one loss in their career. They was up there talking cash money on what they're gonna do to one another. Bakole was like, "Hey, man, don't take me there. Don't piss me off." And then F.A. was like, "Who are you? You ain't nobody. Talking about don't piss you off or whatever." And we know Bakole got them hands though. Bakole has them incredible slobber knockers. That's the name I want. Man, but Bakole has the slobber knockers. I don't know what F.A. Ajagba has. I done seen him go through adversity, yes, but he has 14 knockouts. All right. He's coming off a split decision against Guido. You know that Guido. You know the Guido we talking about. The Guido that just lost to Richard Torres. Now you tell me, F.A., how you any different than Martin Bakole? Because Martin is coming off a former world champion, okay? And then Guido, Guido is coming off a loss to Richard Torres, right? But look, the crazy part about it, F.A. Ajagba went split decision, life and limb with Guido. So you pick and choose which loss has more value and try to factor it in to what we have in store. I think this is going to be a hell of a fight. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't see it going the distance. I'll be surprised if this go the distance. Let me see what the odds are looking like. Let me see. They have Bakole as the favorite minus 375 and F.A. plus 260. They don't have many enlightened bets out here, any lines, that you can get happy about, because it is what it is, man. It's just you already know who card it is. But at the end of the day, I don't see this going the distance at all. I'm not gonna. You're talking about Nigerian, you're talking about Republic of Congo. They're gonna get it on, man. 33 years of age, Bakole, and I'm pretty sure F.A. Ajagba is somewhere up there in his low 30s too. But size for size, both of them match up very well. Ajagba is 6'6" with an 85-inch reach, y'all. Martin Bakole is 6'6", and they don't even put his reach up here. I don't know why BoxRec is so inconsistent with this shit. They remove and they leave certain freaking, fine points to someone's dimensions. They leave the fine details out. But this is gonna be a hell of a fight. It ain't no way in hell this shit go the distance. If it does, you see some bullshit now. Don't be disappointed. Just put it like, hey, the hocus pocus is in full effect, and they got the orders, yo. That's the only thing you can say. They got the orders once again. Bruce said F.A. knocks out Bakole. What? F.A. knocks out Bakole? Damn. Look, it's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched, but I can't see it right now. I can't see it there, OG. I can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need, I need to get them cataracts removed, because Bakole, he only has 2 more knockouts than F.A. Ajagba. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just can't see it based off this creepy power that Bakole has. And then you look at Ajagba. Sometimes he tried to stay fighting in the hole too damn long. You know what I'm saying? Just too long. And his chin has been tested several times already. So he's gonna have to fight a smart fight. If they still have it up here, okay. I doubt they do. Let me see if they still have it up here. Let me see. Okay, against Kaladze, I think his name Kaladze. Back in December 2019, Ajagba was down round 2. It was another fight that Ajagba was down too. Where's that fight? Yeah, Frank Sanchez. Ajagba down in round 7, October 2021. So Ajagba has been dropped by in my opinion, boxers that has a lower punching power metric, a barometer than Martin Bakole, Frank Sanchez, and the other guy. I think they're less power punchers. They don't have equal punching power than that of a Martin Bakole, but we'll see how that plays out. Big time. But keep your eyes open for that, y'all. Ajagba, Martin Bakole is going down. Heavyweights in the building. 20-1, 14 hosted knockouts for F.A. Ajagba. And then Martin Bakole, 21-2 with 16 knockouts. And both of his losses has been stoppages. As you've seen his last fight out against Joseph Parker, former WBO heavyweight champion. Let's see how that goes. Moving on. You saw this guy, William School. Okay. His name is not Skull, William School. William School has demonstrated and shown us that he is one of the most non-talking title holders in the business. This guy, like this guy, is nothing he do that someone's gonna say, hey, you know what? I got a little faith in William School. I got a little faith in William School. He might come through, you know. But this guy right here doesn't say anything. He's very quiet. I don't find it to be the type of quiet where people will say that he's very methodical. Keep an eye out for this dude, you know. But it's just a big part of me. When I was looking at his demeanor on stage, you know, I was saying to myself, he's not even trying to sell the fight. He talked a little trash, but he never really looked over Canelo's way. And this is one of the most, I mean, banal freaking championship pressers that we had in a long time. Like, this dude just had the same expression on his face. It's not saying he can't fight. I'm not saying he can't fight, but I'm saying, God damn, you wore a red freaking coat up there, a jacket or whatever, solid red, but you didn't match the energy of the red. It kind of reminded me of you looking like Cisco, a much taller version, and with boxing skills. Real talk. I say, who told you to wear that? I mean, are you a member of that band back in the day? Explain to the people who told you to wear that with that freaking, you know, highlights on the top of your head and all red. I don't know, man. It just gave me Cisco vibes. And you weren't sitting up there saying that. It's like you was thinking about, you know, what song you was going to write when you got home. I don't know, brother. But I want to assume that your silence means you're going to be dangerous on fight night. That's what I hope for William School. Okay? School. He's William School. Canelo says what Canelo says. He says it's going to be a dangerous fight. I mean, not a dangerous fight. It's pretty much he's going to go in there and do what Canelo does. William School has never been in there with somebody like Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo pretty much said he can talk whatever he wants to talk about. But he knows what he's going to be eating on fight night. He said it. Canelo let it be known. He didn't shake his hand after when they did the face-off. I mean, this is one of the I mean, if you want to talk about the top 1% of fighters that has that absolutely zero to sell a fight. You know, like no energy, no personality, no nothing, bro. Like, I don't know if we'll ever see Skull again after this. You know, I say to myself all the time, there's no way in the pantheon of boxing that they release some angels to look over Skull and he's going to pull off the ultimate upset. And it's not going to be from any freaking BS that we think is coming over from Riyadh season Turkey out of sheet. It's that he just have that God gifted ability to go in there and shock the world. I don't see it. I don't see it. This guy just don't give nothing to the boxing fans at all. Like, I wonder how many I haven't seen no one interview him, because most of the time these Cuban fighters, they have a translator walking around. Who's interviewed this guy yet? Who's did it? That's all I want to know. Who has interviewed him yet? I haven't seen one interview with Skull from content creators that really want to know what's on his mind and what he's thinking about. Can he go in here and give us something we didn't expect? I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. Let's get to the good part. There's some content creators out there that absolutely be capping their ass off. I heard a content creator today say that ring right there, it don't look 24 inches. And you know who the content creator is, man. And don't ask me why, why I'm on they neck. You know what I'm saying? Because these people do shit outside the scene that they don't want nobody to talk about. They just want you to come in here and talk shit so they can act innocent like they're the victim. But you had Julina. Julina came up here and said that ring doesn't look 24 inches. So I'm thinking your first thought is everything what was on your mind. You was thinking inches, and then he turned around and corrected himself. 24 feet. Just the mere fact that you said 24 inches, bro. Somebody need to sit this dude down in his room and have him watch the fight from the comfort of his own cubicle. All right. Furthermore, the capping that goes on is, how are we not, just getting the exclusives from people that are out there supporting fighters? You should be getting exclusives. I mean, in the suites. But all I'm hearing is, y'all ate dinner. Bill Haney paid for your dinner and shit. But I'm talking about, where are the exclusives? I have seen Blue, with some of the interviews. He stopped in with Chill. I did see that. He stopped in with a media scrum. It wasn't a one-on-one, but it was a media scrum with T.O. Right? Did see that. And let me before I get into this, let me try to see something right quick. Let me see what they're saying over here to weigh in. They got Mike Tyson over here. They got Mike Tyson over here. So they're about to have the fighters, I guess, finally come out to the square. The square means the scale. Come out there to the square and balance those weights to make it official. So they're just now starting the weigh-ins to bring them out. But while they're doing that, I want to get back to what I was saying earlier. It's wild how certain people talk about how they get so much content and everything, and they doing the best of all best, and they this, that, and the other. But when they out there, all you see is them in the camera angle, bro. Nobody's trying to look at y'all ass, man. Nobody's trying to see y'all for real, man. Like, goddamn, we want to see the fighters. For real. If you give me something for a thumbnail, I'm gonna use it. Cause you said, hey, there go the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? So when I see this out here, where you say for the thumbnail, and nigga leaning in the arms of another one, don't call nobody a faggot no more. Don't call him anything. You know what I'm saying? Don't call him anything, because this is in NYC where you're supposed to be covering a fight. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be covering a fight week. But y'all cats hanging out with each other, talking about how many calories that you burn, how many steps. That sounds like some shit females do. Oh, girl, I did 1,000 steps today, girl. And I think my glutes are much more tighter than they was 30 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Stop the madness, man. Stop the madness. I'm serious. Stop the madness. This shit don't make no sense, man. Don't nobody want to know about how much weight a nigga lost. It's up to you to lose weight, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Why y'all cats going around here? And look, Bill is Bill. Bill done walked the walk, and he built that empire up that he has. But every time y'all go over there to NYC, man, it just seems like, y'all want to talk about having dinner with the massa. Is Bill handing y'all massa? I mean, I ain't never. Me and my boy Shaw News was eating in the freaking suites. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I did a couple of video eating in the suites, but we didn't record each other eating. We didn't go back and forth and talk about, hey man, I might take a picture next time we eating. yeah. We need to take a picture next time we eating, all us. Like, what's so funny about that? If Bill is taking y'all out to eat, enjoy it. But why tell people that, hey man, we going to eat? We was eating last night. We was eating good. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do on fight week. But y'all just making it all strange and weird for casual fans. You know what I mean? Y'all up here talking about shit that don't have nothing to do with boxing. Y'all talking about weight loss shit. Y'all talking about how many stairs. Bro, come on. Y'all go to Times Square and say, well, they talking about the ring. The only way they can level the ring is do it like this and do it like that. And you look over there on the sidewalk, that's where the production is going to. Bro, what the? I just can't do it. Okay. Look, I just can't do it. I just have to say it, like I don't get why. I'm talking to you, Julina. Why every time when you go out there, Julina said that New York just don't have attractive people. That's what he said. Everywhere this dude go, he has a problem with females, dude. He has a problem with females. And he always calling people faggot and all that other shit. But this dude said, oh, well, this ring definitely ain't 24 inches. Hey, this ring definitely ain't 24 inches. Hey, y'all. Hey, I challenge any one of y'all to go find a boxer ring, right? Go find a boxer ring that was 24 inches, man. I would pay for that screenshot. He said this ring right here in Times Square, that ain't 24 inches right there. That ain't 24 inches. When you go live, you're looking goofy as hell, dude. You go up there, you have 14% left in your phone. Then you turn around, you're out here walking, and you claim that people saying they're going to come and see you and all this shit. You know what I'm with? Yeah, because you walk around and make sure you got security, nigga. You talk all that shit. But me, hey, you and I both know. You and I both know. I'm not going to bring it up. You and I both know. You know what I'm saying? You and I both know what's up. You talk all that shit acting like people are threatening you in the chat and they're going to come see you and you feel empowered to be with a group of people and you walking through NY. But it's something strange about this dude, Julina, because he always criticizing women. He always calling people ugly. Nigga, take your hat off and show ugly, nigga. You're always calling people ugly, man. Who goes to New York and say New York got some of the most unattractive? But yet, when you was somewhere else, right, in Vegas, you was talking about how unattractive the females look. And then you was somewhere else, you had the same gripes and complain. Nigga, just let the world know you don't like females, man. You got a problem. You got a problem with females, bro. This nigga try to front like, oh man, somebody say come see me and all that. I was looking in the chat. I say, huh? I didn't see none of that shit. Like, where's this shit at? Why are you sitting up here just putting on the front, man? Like their main concern is to come see you in the NY. And he got to say, oh, I want to let everybody know who I'm with. What is about you? You the one always flapping your gums. Like, why you just can't say you? Why you got to bring other people in here and be like, oh man, what are you talking about where I'm at? Oh, I'm going to come see you. Man, you putting on an act, bro. Your content is trash. You know what I'm saying? As a person, you know you already garbage. You always try to go like everybody's looking for you everywhere you go. Nigga, why you ain't getting exclusives? At least get something with Devin. Hey, Bill, let this man get an exclusive, Bill. I know you be listening. Let this man get an exclusive so it can feel like he went over there with a purpose, a cause. Because he ain't doing shit for your son, bro. He's just tagging along. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you brought him over here on the wing of spirit or in the cargo department, but at least he made it over there. He seemed tired, dehydrated. You know, his phone was goddamn 14%. That's not who you want around you when it comes to giving, you know, Devin the freaking exclusive. He got to wait till he get home. Hey, Bill, when I get back, I want to interview with Dev. No, you're there right now. Exclusive. One-on-one, 1v1. Exclusive. Ask Devin how he's feeling about this fight. How was training camp and all the default detailed, questions that you know. What'd you do different this fight that you thought you need to change up against Arnold Barbosa? Something. Man, you going around here walking with Bill hand in hand, nigga, like, come on now. Give somebody the freaking content that they was yearning for, nigga. Like, all you do is get over there from point A, from the room to New York, calling people faggot, then go over here, faggot. When you are the one that's expressing what you are, you ain't giving no freaking content worth a damn. Zero. This mug said, this ain't a 24-inch ring. Just the fact that your thought process allowed that to be spoken out loud just goes to show you. Now, you ain't there to cover no boxing. You just care. You just dare to go live and think and fake it like, oh, man, somebody's coming for you. Who reads that shit out? Who reads that out, bro? I'm just saying, who reads that shit out loud like that? You in NYC and you trying to prove that across the land, overseas, they still gonna come looking for me because I'm important. Some of my people be saying, hey, how you doing? And then he turn around, Julina, and say, I don't even know them. They just talk to me. This nigga is a super bozo, not a regular bozo. You are a super bozo, bro. You do a disservice, man, being a part of that inner circle. You do a disservice, man. You ain't doing shit except filming your motherfucking self with that hat on, knowing goddamn well if you want to talk about, New York has ugly people in it, all you need to do is remove that motherfucking cap, nigga, and let that sun bounce off that cranium. Yeah, nigga, be free with it. Be free with it. Let the air flow. You know what I'm saying? Let them hair follicles that's been trapped underneath that motherfucking cap. Breathe. 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 Let that hair breathe, man. Arnold Barbosa is coming on deck. The opponent of Teofimo Lopez. 1/3 of the trio that everybody came to see. Barbosa looked pretty good. And I'm not going to lie. I like the Lucha Libre mask that Teofimo did. Shout out to my boy Hot Rod down here. He does it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hot Rod down here. He always wearing the Mexican mask down here in the boxing matches. I don't know why these cats just now getting it. He been doing that for years. But it's pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool to switch it up. You gotta know if you want to do a gimmick. I like the mask though, for real. The all black robe with the silver mask. You know what I'm saying? Mexican independence. I like that. You know, I tried to tell him T.O. he be doing what he do. But I'm gonna get back to this weight loss. Because I call Cap. I'm calling Cap. I'm calling Cap, man. Just like you said, my boy was lying. You know, never want to apologize for shit when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know your wife making way more money now. She's out here goddamn just making crazy money. I gotta talk about the weight loss. T.O. looking great shape. Even though he's hydrated, he looking great shape. I'm not gonna lie. T.O. looking great shape. He looks full, shredded. He looking great shape. This should be a very interesting fight, man. He's been doing some strength and condition. I can see his shoulders look full. He even got obliques. He's definitely been working on his obliques. 139.6 pounds for Teofimo Lopez. Yes, sir. He looking great shape. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back. Oh, I like this face to face. T.O. switched up the mask. He got a blue one on now. Nice face off. And see if anybody's gonna get the shit slapped out of him. Get it back, Barbosa. I'm glad nobody got their hand in between them. Yeah, this is what we need in boxing. Turkey Al-Sheikh all about off with the head, the guillotine. No hands, you know, in between them. They letting them goddamn face off. That's what I like. Yes, sir. Face off, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. All that other shit with the guys putting their hand in between you like they ain't never fought before. This is a pair of fighters who have made contact with one another. Because they had to pull them apart. I like that. Sell the fight. Barbosa look a little flubbery. I'm gonna make up my own word. Flubbery. Barbosa look a little flubbery down low. T.O. looks shredded all the way from the delts all the way down to the waistline. He has more definition. That don't mean shit. Why? Because I tell you about Mikey Garcia, how he looked the worst for wear when he cut weight. And then, you know, no muscles in sight. Then he rehydrate and he go in there and get the job done. You know? But that was a good face-off. Now I'm curious to know how. And the only reason I'm not sharing this to the StreamYard is because they're playing music. That's why I'm just, you know, giving you the commentary. I'm taking you through the process of this weigh-in. So please be patient. But I got to get back to the cap. I'm going to get back to the cap. I'm definitely is. I'm gonna get back to the cap. I'm definitely is. I have to address this as a person that has you know, educated myself in nutrition, and I pretty much understand what it takes to drop a certain amount. And somebody capping. This is somebody capping. In the meanwhile, you know, they're basically talking to Barbosa, Chris Mannix, talking to Barbosa. Now to Teofimo Lopez. This should be a pretty good fight while, you know, it goes down. I think there's going to be some adversity in this fight. Both of these fighters has the potential to be dropped, in my opinion. T.O.'s not talking. T.O.'s not talking, y'all. Now he's talking. He said he want to effing fight. T.O. said he's ready. He's tired of this. He's ready. See, this is another thing on why I say that the cats be fronting off the YTC. They about to have a weigh-in. I want to see, somebody on stage. I want to see the stage. That's when you know you made it. One thing I could say, at least, I know I've seen Shaw News on the big stage with his team and all that. I've seen that already. On the consistency. Also, I have seen what was the other person? What was the other person? What was the other person I've seen on the corner? I forgot. But I'm talking about content creators. I did see Punch Drunk up there with Amanda Serrano in the ring, in the ring corner, or whatever. Absolutely. I seen him up there with Amanda Serrano. That's what I'm just saying. It's levels that you have to go. Just the mere fact of you walking up the steps once the fight is over with. You have access to do that. I want to see something go down. The weigh-in, ring walk, come on. Come on. Hey, once upon a time, I ring walk with T.O. in Texas. I want to put it out there, be a little bit braggadocious, because this, when I wasn't giving a damn about the YouTube community, I was out there rolling and strolling. In the locker room, got one of the most classic locker room photos. Eddie Reynoso, Oscar Valdez, Andre Rozier, Richard Comey, Teofimo Lopez. Come on, man. All of them in the same locker room together with the one and only, the only content creator that was back there at WCS. I salute myself. I want to see if one of these content creators can make it on stage for the weigh-in. Come on, man. I'm tired of y'all sitting up here fronting that y'all done covered this many fights and y'all have not made it ringside. You ain't made it on the stage for the weigh-in. You ain't made it to the corner. At least I could say I saw Punch Drunk on live television. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who has made his way through the field. I thought he would possibly be around. I haven't seen him doing any media for T.O. But I did see him up there with Manny Serrano, though. I did see it. I seen it. Absolutely. But for my brothers, the black content creators, where are y'all? Y'all want to be internet famous, but I just don't see you on the ring row, the ring apron. Where are you all? You go to support the fighters, but they won't allow you access. At least get access to the locker room after, before the fight. And you're out there and the fighter is acknowledging your presence. You know what I'm saying? The fighter's acknowledging your presence back there. Just 1 minute, just acknowledging your presence. Jose Ramirez making his way up the steps. He is the opponent of Devin the Dream Haney. These are both two former unified champions. Jose Ramirez losing in his bid to become undisputed against Josh Taylor. Devin Haney defeating George Kambosos in Australia for all the marbles, all the hardware, and defending them in Australia and being successful and coming back and defeating Lomachenko in the second offense prior to vacating. Now Devin Haney is being announced. I see Bill Haney there. I do. But I don't see that other guy. Where you at, Julina? Come on now. Shock me. Shock me. Come on. I know you're just not over there as a little pudgy little groupie. Where you at? Always calling people faggots and shit. Where you at, nigga? I don't see you with a black and gray sweatsuit on, bro. Where's this dude at? I want to see you on stage, man. I want to see you on stage. I hear you glazing H Money 2.0. Where you at? I know I gotta see it. Let me see. A cap, snapback. No, see somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Camera, zoom over there. Zoom over there. I know all this Devin Haney support. I know they let you on stage. Come on now. Come on, man. I know they let you on stage. No? You ain't on stage, dog. Jose Ramirez, 143. This is contending at a catchweight, of course. I'm just disappointed a little bit. Man, Devin looking great shape. Let me take a screenshot. Devin looking great shape. I ain't gonna lie with the weight. I know he done rehydrated a little bit, but he looking great shape, man. I'm not gonna lie. He actually looked like a welterweight tonight. He actually looked like a welterweight. I think, they say he went up to Colorado Springs. I think this is the best shape I've seen Devin Haney on the scales in his career. In his entire career. This is the best physique that I've seen Devin Haney in his entire career. I don't know, man. His muscle bellies, his abdominal muscle bellies look full. His pecs, his oblique separation. I mean, he looks good for rehydrating already. He looks good for rehydrating. I don't know. I'm curious to know how this is gonna play out now. I don't know. It must be the water over there in NYC. Devin looks super chiseled, dense muscle mass. And of course, that has to be delegated and executed in the ring. You can come in there looking size, but that's the best physique I've seen him in his entire career. And I know from what I hear, he went outside. He was in Colorado Springs. I'm assuming that's what I heard. So the strength and condition might have been different up there, but it's the best physique I've seen. Though he's had a couple of hours to rehydrate a little bit. He looks full. For real, he looks like a welterweight tonight. He looks like a welterweight. But when it comes to the Mexican fighters, it ain't all about no muscle and physique. Them cats coming there to throw hands regardless of how you think I look. This is what you're going to get. Jose Ramirez say he ready. Not too much talking. I would say I just can't wait to Ryan Garcia Rolly come on deck. But when I seen them dapping each other up, on stage sitting, the only shit, if they do something, it's all acting, because they was just chilling, talking to each other. Hey, Devin looked filled out for this weight, for real. Much better than he did at super lightweight. Even though it's a catch weight, he still looks like a welterweight right now. Absolutely. My eyes might be playing tricks on me, but this is the best physique that I've seen him come into a fight. Shout out to Blue Hustle in the building. Shout out to Mike in the building. Swat Jones on deck in the building. Bill went to check on the ring at 2:30 a.m. Bill say he gonna work it all out. Shout out to my guy, the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience in the building. Team Tucker Fish on deck. What it do? Here's a glorified grown hype man. I want to look, bro. I just want to see, anybody who can, can you make it on stage, dude? Like, are you gonna walk out to the ring with something to stamp? We need the stamp. That's all we looking at, the stamp. Edgar Berlanga is on deck, of course, but we want the stamp that you made it. You breached the perimeter, right? You have breached the perimeter, bro, of just being an average country. You have breached the perimeter. Not many people say they have shot next to the ring. Not many people say they have been in the locker rooms in a big fight. Not many can say they have been on the stage at the weigh-in. Not many content creators. They'll say how many live streams and how many views, but you can't see a single picture with them being at fights and they're outside the normality of what a content creator is supposed to be. I've seen some. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen some, but not many. I've seen some, but not many. I'm waiting on this guy to get the Devin Haney stamp. That's all. You got people showing up to people's hometown talking about, we're not friends no more. We family. I mean, if you're family, walk out with them then. That's all. Walk out with them, man. Show us something that you're not a part of the normal format. You're a special one. They allow you that special VIP access. I'm just waiting for Ryan Garcia, and I'm gonna get back to something that concerns me. That the capping is going on out there in NYC. As I said earlier, how can Julina go to everybody's dang state and always complain about the females there? Dude, something's wrong with you. Something wrong. If you go into New York talking about everybody's unattractive, you got some of the most unattractive people. What are you looking at? Who are you looking for? That's all. They showing Conor Benn, you know. Conor Benn is in there soaking it all in. I'm curious to know why he's there. Is he going to make an announcement? I don't know if that was his girl sitting next to him. But one thing I can say about Edgar Berlanga is that one thing about Edgar, he walks around like he's goddamn a 4 or 5 division champion, dog. That nigga got so much ice on his neck, man. He got damn ice hanging off his lobes, his neck, his goddamn hand. Niggas iced all the way. I'm serious, man. You would think Edgar Berlanga was number 3 on the pound for pound list for 6 years already. I could goddamn be in there iced out on your ass, man. Oh, he up there talking about he fought Canelo, man. Edgar, you using Canelo too much, bro. You're using Canelo too much, big dog. You lost to Canelo, big dog. Come on, man. He was trying to act like Rolly is cool with him. Man, one thing I can say about Rolly, you know, he give the benefit of the doubt sometimes. Me and Rolly was cool at one point until I criticized him. You know, and people was criticizing him and shit. And then he's like, nah. You know, I mean, that's just the way he is, though. But acting cool with somebody, we know all that's possible, depending on who you are. But we want to know the stamp. Stamp, man. We want the stamp. And then get the stamp from H Money. Haven't got the stamp from Julina. We need the stamp, man. Everybody was walking around Deontay Wilder. Oh, I'm with Wilder. But only certain individuals got the exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, only certain individuals got the exclusive, dog. When are you going to get the exclusive? When you're attaching yourself to a specific fighter, you need to get a stamp that puts you outside. Yeah, everybody can make it to the locker room, but I'm talking about, when have you been on national television when you're stamping a fighter? They're supporting you coming out there and eating dinner. When will you be able to stamp that you're outside the normal parameters? That's what we want to know. They're about to introduce some fighters. You know what I'm saying? Seven division world champion. They introduced Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar is a legend, though. Oscar De La Hoya is a legend. I ain't gonna lie. He B Hop too. B-Hop's still looking great shape, man. He ain't afraid to take off his cap. He ain't afraid to embrace who he is. That's B-Hop, man. The executioner. They're introducing Mike Tyson right now. If they give Conor Benn an intro based off his performance, that's crazy. They gave Mike Tyson his intro. He looking like he's able to walk on his own after that Jake Paul fight. They got some recline, some seats up there, wherever they at right now. Some recliners for the special ones. Now they're introducing the headliner. Of course, they introducing Rolly first. Rolando Romero back on the headliner. Another main card. Crazy. And these boxing fans still don't get it, man. Depending on who you are, you get treatment like Rolly. He get a hookup fighting Jackson Mariez in Connecticut. He turns around, fight Tank Davis, get stopped after he told people to bet their house on it, and then get inserted into the super lightweight division in a sanctioned body, and Tony Weeks stopped the fight. Like literally giving the world championship belt, one of the worst of this era. Now Ryan Garcia is being announced. He up here looking like Bob Dean, James Dean, rather. Ryan Garcia come here looking like James Dean. Nobody's talking about him popping positive for Oscarine, except the same people keep mentioning it. Rolly looking great shape. Rolly makes weight. 146.6. He makes weight. That's one thing. He looks big. Rolly Romero looks big. He looks filled out. He's been working. He might be a goofy individual, but he always comes in shape, man. Ryan Garcia is about to take the scale, and I'm going to talk about what Julina said about Ryan Garcia too. I just wanted to let him weigh in first. I just thought it didn't make sense. I just didn't thought what Julina said makes sense, bro. Anybody gonna slap somebody? Y'all gonna punch each other? I mean, Tank pushed Rolly off stage. I mean, come on, do something, Ryan. Or the turkey chair, y'all not gonna get y'all not getting paid if you put hands on somebody. Because they stand up there position of attention. Ain't nobody jumping out of character. Turkey got them boys on discipline right here. Tact, bearing. You better not. Rolly up here staring Ryan down. Come on, y'all friends, man. Come on now. Come on, man. Look, y'all. I must remind you all. I must remind you all. This was the same Ryan Garcia who bet Errol Spence $20,000 when Rolando Romero was in there fighting Tank Davis. Yeah, they got history like that. This is the same person who lost 20 grand in a matter of 18 minutes or less. It was 18 minutes or less, man. That's wild, ain't it? And you're not at the casinos gambling? They talking about the size difference. They see it in Ryan. I mean, I think Rolly looks bigger than Ryan. Rolly looks bigger than Ryan. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me post this pic up here. You can judge for yourself. Where you at? Where you at? Here goes the picture. I mean, no, I'll take that back. Um, here goes the weights. The weights between both fighters. They go the weight. Ryan Garcia 146.8, Rolando Romero 146.6. Okay. Also, what I want to let you see is I want to show you this pic. Now, early in while he was walking, Julina was walking, he was up here making some false comments about Ryan. He said that Ryan's freaking chest and everything looked like, a woman. He was trying to say it look all flabby and everything. I mean, first of all, why are you looking at a man like that, engaging, the lift of their pectoralis? Why are you not just looking at him as weighing in? He's out here saying that shit and saying Ryan was on stage for an hour. He looked bad and all that. This is him. Obviously, that's bullshit. You up here trying to act like he has breast and all that and sell that shit to the people. That's called propaganda, bro. That's called propaganda, bro. You up here saying, "Oh man, he looked bad. He looked bad." Why are you looking at a dude trying to find shit wrong and then trying to compare him to a woman? Why? Because you probably see him like that, bro. You probably see him like that. That's probably what's on your mind. That whole shit people be talking about. Dude, you can't go around and say this about men, and that's not the way every man thinks about a look at another man. They don't have that mentality that you got. But you lied and said Ryan Garcia looked bad. His it looked like he, you know, had some reoccurring damage from pets and all that other shit. That's absolutely false, man. They're talking to Rolly right now. Rolly said he's envisioning a knockout, a vicious knockout. It's long overdue. They go Roberto Duran. Shout out to Roberto. Chris Mannix. I sent him a tweet on X, man. He's one of the most robotic interviewers. Talk about the same shit. Let's see if he gonna say anything about sparring again to Ryan. Ryan said it's the weight class he belong in. He feel comfortable. He's excited to start his journey at 147. He said you had the year layoff. Was it good for you? He said Ryan said he's good. He's gonna do what he got to do. Now he's talking about him and Bill Haney getting into it. Yeah, he said he's gonna focus on Rolly. Said Ryan Garcia, the center of the universe. How excited are you? Shout out to the robotic Chris. I'm not Chris. Michael Carpenter. Michael Carpenter. But back to what I was saying. Let me clip this. Let me clip this off. Back to what I was saying. Um, Julina was up there lying talking about Ryan Garcia look bad, like he wasn't gonna make weight. Man, stop putting out fake information, bro. Stop putting out fake information. This shit get old every time you niggas show up to support Devin, y'all got to go outside the box. Support the fighter. All that other shit you're doing, trying to shit on the fighter that he fighting. I mean, that he had fought before, and you trying to shit on him in a negative light, dude. The one thing about it, I know his dumbass motherfucking followers or listeners that sit up here and spread that shit to my, oh man, Ron ain't looking good. He's having a hard time making weight. I get tired of the default alphabet soup. Oh, fighter ain't looking good. It's gonna be something different. Don't nobody want to hear about that shit, bro. They just want to hear what's going on. You up here saying this man chest is looking crazy, and you comparing it to a woman who had a bad augmentation. Man, bro, what's on your mind, nigga? Like something's wrong with him. Something is seriously wrong. Let me get to the next part, bro. Blue was out there, right? For some reason, him and his boy Julina was together chopping it up. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But he brought up Ozempic, not me. He brought it up. So being that the person that pretty much knows, about cutting weight, nutrition, and all that shit, right? I'm not here just to say, okay, you capping because I don't believe you dropped the amount of weight you did. But yet I am on here saying I don't believe you dropped the amount of weight that you said you did, for which the way you said you did it. You brought up Ozempic, right? Not me. If you're saying that you weighed 240 in November, and then now, let's say December, holiday season, right? December, January, February, March, April, 5 months. Can you lose some weight in 5 months? Yes. Yes, but WCS just has a question. When are you working out if you're online all the time? When are you working out? When are you working out? You got to thoroughly work out, and you have to be able to maintain. Let me educate some of you all. I'm not saying it's not entirely true that the weight was dropped like that. I'm just saying when you're in your 50s, the shit don't roll off like that. No. Unless you got some help. Now, let me explain something about the body. You have people up here that has their own type of diet, okay? Yeah, your own type of diet. Along with that diet, if it's a strict nutritional regimen, you can drop weight slowly, but your mind and body is going to go through an insane change with your sugar levels and everything. I mean, it's going to get miserable because now what you're used to eating at your access around you, your body is craving that. Your psychological blade is trying to cut through the monotony. Say, damn, I want this to eat. I want this to eat. I want this to eat. But you're on a diet now. You're on a different nutritional diet. So your body is going through torture mentally, and you're going through full of anxiety. And it gets even worse when you're older, especially when you're in your 40s and 50s. Now, the wild part about it is that, let's just say the weight. Let's look at the weight. All right. I've had to cut weight and make compete on stage at the NPC. People have already known this, right? And listen, I know what it went through for me. Somebody who stays in pretty decent shape, especially back then when I was out there running and shit like that. But I'm gonna tell you, the only time I was like in my 180s was when I was in high school. I was 245 at one point before I start to say, okay, I'm gonna start getting in shape for a bodybuilding contest. 245. And I know the time it took an extreme diet, 6 meals a day, eating 6 meals a day of measured food. Now, I'm not saying that Blue didn't go through this. I'm not saying that. But when a person is doing a film in a gym and they supposed to take you through this weight loss, anybody and everybody will tell you that knows how the shit work, that it doesn't go down like that. It don't matter if it's 5 months or not. In order for you to say, at this point in time, I'm weighing 250. Let's just even out of 250. And I'm going to Automatically just go cold turkey. Boom, switch up my diet and get in the gym. When you go to the gym, your body go through changes. All right? Your body go through changes, but not the kind of changes that you're basically portraying to the audience. What I mean is you can go to the gym and start a regimen, but the weight is not going to start coming off just like that just because you changed up your diet. It doesn't work like that. You have to gradually work yourself in it, and your body has to get used to it. And then if you did a BMX, a body mass index, or you take your body fat percentage, you have to find out what's your percentage of fat. Now, you know well as I do, you didn't start off with no 8%. You didn't start off with no 10%. Your body fat percentage was damn near probably 19, 20% or whatever. Who knows? With that said, when you start to reduce your weight, the initial loss is water, okay? Agua, water that your body stores. Because certain people that are very inactive with exercising and working out, they drink a lot of liquids, whether it be sugary liquids, water, all that. They just drink a lot of liquids, especially when some of these cats be on this doing these live streams and stuff. They be drinking energy drinks and shit like that. Shit to keep them up. And also, if you have a health condition, before you go on any strenuous regimen to lose weight, you have to make sure you understand what your body's about to go through. Are you healthy enough to do it? Blue, I'm calling cap on you dropping weight the way you did in that amount of time. Because regardless if you in the gym working out and you're slipping up, you said you burn, somebody said you burn 1,000 calories, but you said you did 1,000 steps. Which one is it? Which one is it? Because to burn a pound, you have to burn 3,000 calories, right? Isn't that what it is? It has to be some around that. I mean, do your homework to lose 1 pound. You have to consistently burn calories, keep those calories off, stick to your diet. Now, anybody and everybody that knows when it comes to nutrition, depending on what weight you start to cut, when you start to change up your diet and you come back from a workout, you're craving. And those cravings are brutal. Like I said earlier, you have to be willing not to cheat, because if you cheat, you're replenishing the calories that you may think you burned. The only way that you consistently drop weight and lower your body fat is that you are sticking to the strict diet. No cheating, drinking enough water, no cheating, no sugary drinks, no none of that. And that weight, when you're in your 50s especially, just don't come off like sweat. It don't matter if you do 1,000 or 2,000 stairs. I done seen females and get on the goddamn Stairmaster, and they'll sit up here and do a video acting like they on a Stairmaster, and that's why they in shape the way it is. And they're going so slow doing that shit. But they put the video on motherfuckers going a little bit faster than what they've been doing, just for a small period of time. Kudos to the people who are out here doing it. But cap, I'm gonna call it that. When you get a certain age, the weight that you was able to drop when you was younger, that shit don't come off the way it does back then. The only way you can able to drop weight, it has to be through some type of prescription, right? It has to be through some type of surgical appointment. You know, be punctual with your doctor. You can get that liposuction and shit like that. Even then, you have to go to a doctor and make sure you're healthy for that. But all this, every time a nigga go out, oh my God, so-and-so looks great. You know, they be like the YN say, glazing. They always talking about, oh man, you know, so-and-so looks big. He looks, oh man, his physique is just amazing. Like, dude, this day and time is crazy. You dudes are out in New York, supposed to be covering a fight, talking about a nigga and how many steps he went up. Who cares? Do it for you and you alone, goddammit. Motivate yourself. Motivate yourself. Telling your listeners, hey man, so-and-so was in there killing the weights. How? That's what you're supposed to do, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. Just because you got a sweatsuit on and it's 70-some degrees out there, nigga, stop. Do the weight loss for you and your family and your loved ones and friends and all that. But don't get on here capping about dropping 50, 60 pounds in 5 months. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying you have to make sure you follow a strict diet of measuring your food in order for that to happen. Along with the strict diet, you have to have a strict training regime. If you want to go on camera while you're working out. Fuck all the bullshit. I cut on the camera while I'm working out. I'm just saying, man, y'all need to stop all the cap, man. You know what I'm saying? This really, I'm just calling the way I see it. Dudes be up there, you know, with a wet sweat top on. Like, who cares? Y'all niggas will talk all that shit, but you will not work out with the camera on. Some of you niggas are. You'll do it. But a lot of you cats, you want to claim that you losing all this weight, but you don't want to goddamn cut the camera on and let people see you in the midst of doing your aerobics or anaerobics. Cut the camera on, let the people, you know, be one with you. Let them help you on your weight loss journey. That's all I'm saying. Stop faking the funk. Stop capping to the people. That's all. Stop capping to the people. For real. That's why I said when you drop weight the natural way, it just looks different. Yeah. But you got a lot of cats on Ozempic, bro. You got a lot of cats on Ozempic. That shit be fucking with your vision, be fucking with a whole lot of shit. Motherfuckers be out here looking funny. But yet you happy because you cut corners. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying he was up there with Julina, freaking goddamn talking about that shit. Talking about another content creator that's, you know, a goofball, Martell. He's talking about, he's gonna be talking about I was on Ozempic. I'm not saying he was on Ozempic. I'm just saying you mention it. A person that's working out or whatever, they won't mention Ozempic. Unless you consider yourself to be obese, you're the only person that's going to mention Ozempic. Because a regular nigga that's known for going to the gym and eating right, they want to get to the summertime. They say, okay, now I know what I need to do to lose 10 pounds. Let me go out here and lose 10 pounds. Don't be in there with the camera, you know, acting like it's sweat. No, work the fuck out. Work the fuck out. At least I would say this. At least I'll say it is some dudes on here that will be on camera working out and they're actually working out. And then some of you are just up here faking the funk. Y'all niggas don't work out in the lens to let your listeners see you and hear you grunting and all that shit. You won't do it. You won't do it. And I know you're gonna say I'm hating, but all I'm saying is weight don't come off like that. In your 50s, no, man. It'll take you a full year, really, to get your mind dialed in for a diet of somebody who's going to cook you at least minimum of 5 meals a day, measured your starches, your veggies, and your meal portions every single day for a good 6 solid months straight. Then, along with you hitting the gym on a training regimen, we're talking about being able to take off your shirt and say, okay, I've been working out. Look at this. No, not with the clothes on. And then your boy glazing you the fuck over like goddamn Krispy Kreme donuts is giving away boxes for free. Oh, man, my boy Blue. Oh, my God. He looked amazing, man. He was in there killing it in the gym. He was doing 3,400 million freaking steps. Man, he burned I don't know how many. Man, stop it, bro. Man, grown men work out every day, man. You go to a fight card. Don't nobody want to hear shit about you working out. Do something that's relatable to the fight week. Go in there and hit the bag. Go in there and have somebody take you through a little boxing workout. But don't nobody want to hear about what you did in the motherfucking damn hotel room, gym and shit, and how many calories you burned. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. You worked out in your house. I see you niggas out there walking on the treadmill on 3.2 on live. Niggas be on their motherfucking little treadmill they bought from goddamn Temu and walking on the treadmill, you know, letting people know they work out. Hey, man, I got to be motivating too. I got to be motivational too. I say to each his own. Get it in how you fit in. Okay. If you working out in your home, cool. Work out in your home. Cool. I'm not saying I don't want to hear about your success story. It's just some of you are known for clickbaiting online, and then you sit up here and tell some clickbaiting ass weight loss shit just because you done lost a little weight and you feel good about it, man. Come on now. Show people that you freaking working out for real. Let them see you in your most vulnerable moment. Let them see you straining. Let them see you gritting for that last rep. Let them be a part of your journey. If they can drop you a super chat, they can be on there when you go live. You know what I'm saying? If they dropping you super chats, they can at least be there when you grunting and moaning. When you goddamn sweating it out. Come on, have some cojones, man. I ain't talking about jump roping either. Jump roping is seriously overrated. I ain't talking about jump roping. I'm talking about actually working out with exercises that can basically work, you know, the entire body, full body workout, you know, standing squats, walking lunges, push-ups, you know, some burpees here and there, side straddle hops or jumping jacks as people call it. Even just, you know, shadow boxing for a good 3 to 4 minutes over and over, you know, get those repetitions in. You know what I'm saying? Get that body to burn, that lactic acid. You know, I just don't want to. It's just not something that just rolls off my shoulder, man. It's just like, okay, so just drop weight and talking about, hey man, I dropped 56. No, not when you doing lives 3 to 4 times a day. That's to any one of you niggas. If you're doing live streams 3 to 4 times a day, bro, you're snacking in between that shit too. Motherfucker on live stream and they're in the gym. Some of them live streams are going to be off camera. You know why? Because they're going to be eating off camera, making sure they get that calories, the calorie intake, the protein intake, making sure they chomp down that meal and people ain't watching them eat. And then they'll pop the camera back on, you know, a little bit and then start engaging a little bit more. But, you know, that's the way the routine is supposed to be. If you're in your 50s and you're trying to prove to people that you're losing weight and it's not Ozempic, prove it. Work out. Let the people know. Work out. Work out, man. This don't have nothing to do with no social media beef and all that. I'm just saying, some of you niggas be lying and you be trying to sit up here and act like people stupid. You'll say all this shit about other people. And then you go up here and lie about the most smallest shit. Like if you're on a weight loss journey, weight loss. You know, do your weight loss shit. Shout out to Jessica, the boxing queen in the building. Salute to you. I see you. Yeah, when you're working out, the first place you lose weight is never your neck. That's a giveaway for me. See, man, somebody up here paying attention, boy. Hey, I'm not even trying to strip it down like that, dog. I'm not trying to do that, Squad Jones, for real, man. I ain't trying to go there, man. You don't sit up here and just lose weight from your cranial, your jawline, your neck, and bro, the shit slowly comes off. Why? Because certain people feel that fat cells, you lose them. No, 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 no. When you lose weight, it's shrinking your fat cells, unless you go the Oscar de la Hoya route and you put up the funds to have them suction the fat cells out in certain areas. That's how the women that be in these videos, if you really pay attention and look at them up close, they have these dots on each side. I found this out when I was competing, right? In my 40s. I was beating the magazine models because I was just in better condition, right? But when I got to the open class and I'm competing against 20-year-olds and 19-year-old, I'm having the best physique. I'm learning the game. I'm finding out these mugs got dots. And these dudes getting ready for magazine shoots and they're getting extra fat, suction out, they're getting sculptured and everything, and then they go work out after they heal and they start to cut weight and dry out. And then when they do the magazine shoot, they spray them down and shit, prepping for the magazine shoot. The abs look, lined up, all in rank. Mugs look super shredded, but they didn't lose all that weight the natural way. You'll see that little dot on the left and right side, the port and starboard, right below their obliques. Yeah, man, it must be getting liposuction. That's a Cali thing over there. But you see these women over here, they get the same thing. They get that liposuction and they walk around here, ass be, bubble, ass be out there like a bumper and shit, and small ass waist. But yet you see them always eating seafood all the time, going to Papados. They must be up there full plates, oysters and shit. And all that stuff ain't baked. They be eating fried oysters, catfish, shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Lobsters, shrimp scampi. They be at Red Lobster all the time getting the Admiral's Feast. And with that, they be drinking too. All them sugary drinks. They be drinking the shit out them motherfuckers, yo. I just want to put it out there. Not to piss anyone off, but you'll never see me up here, giving thumbnails. You said it, go put it on your thumbnail. You said it. That's the only reason I did it. You said there go one for your thumbnail. Y'all thought it would be cool, as hot as it is over there, to basically lay and melt in the arms of your friend, talking about sweating and working out and how so-and-so has lost all this weight. I'm just saying, you said it. So don't be mad at me about shit. Y'all said it. Hey, there you go. There you go. Lean back. You'll never catch me in a pose like that, ever. When I'm in somewhere else with a guy I know. Never. Ever. Ever, ever, never. To each his own, but no. No. It ain't happening. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't going that far to say that. I'll leave that to him. I'll leave that to Julina. He loves always talking about how ugly women are. Everywhere he go, the women just look ugly to him. How? How though? How can everywhere you go, the women are ugly? How, bro? Make it make sense. I don't get it. What are you looking at? Are you going outside the Earth's stratosphere? I mean, like, what? What are we talking about, man? I don't get it. That shit don't make no sense. Also, let's take a look at this. Also, where is it? Abdullah Mason has a step-up fight coming up against Jeremiah Nakatilia. Yes, this Jeremiah Nakatilia once upon a time fought Shakur Stevenson. This is going to be a tough test. Nakatilia is a law enforcement officer in his country, native country. And man, this should be the most difficult fight of his career. I know he's been dropped a couple of times, but this should be, one of those fights where Abdullah is continuing to be tested and moving up the ladder to which he's trying to go in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Abdullah Mason, man. He's fighting Jeremiah Nakathilia coming up. And I think that's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm not going to lie. I think that's going to be a hell of a fight. Real talk. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. That should be something interesting. But like I said, don't be mad at me, man. Yeah, man, it is. It is nice looking. I've been over there several times, man. And you can't say that New York has some of the most ugliest people. Like, dude, you got insecurities, man. You're an asshole, bro. Literally. That's what you like, assholes. You're not going up here looking for somebody to talk to. You're going up here to talk shit online, bro. No, how can it be everywhere you go, somebody's looking for you? Everywhere you go, you got to say it out on live. All the other comments people talking about. You can't talk about them. People who saying, oh, man, it's good to see you out there in NY, you know, going to support Devin Haney. It's always, let me read off a comment. Hey, we coming to look for you and shit like that. Man, stop it, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop faking the funk, dog. Stop trying to act like everywhere you go, people are looking for you, but they won't do anything. Nobody's giving a damn about you because you ain't gonna do shit. You already work with the police. We know that. You know, anything to reduce that time that you got. I know. You know, you got them niggas up there try to help you scheme and try to set niggas up. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You're a bum. Point blank. This nigga's a bum. He always be on the radar of criticism. You know what I'm saying? Unsavory character. A disgrace to the U.S. military. I said it. You know, a person that talk all that shit and report your freaking video because he don't like what he's hearing. And it's public record. It's public record. A bum. A straight bum. That know he got dang work to trying to do it by all means necessary. Hey, what can I do? Anything to kind of goddamn get my time reduced. What can I do, man? Who can I set up? I'll do it. Just let me know. Nigga be walking around. That nigga do not walk nowhere without the people that he feel that security blanket with. But yet when he live, he say, I'm live. Like he walking down the street by himself. And then all of a sudden, somebody in the pavement, oh, you're gone because you said somebody was come looking at. Nobody said that shit. And you blocking niggas, who cares? And then somebody said something, he say, oh, you gonna come see me? You must not know who I'm walking with. There you go. There you go, bro. Just say it, dude. There you go. You got to make sure you're comfortable. Does he have to register every month? I don't know. I don't get into the fine details. This is like old news. I don't feel like, you know, nigga crying about he want to act like since it's being brought up again that it's not out there. It's public record, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's public record. Nigga got to get permission to go. It's good to see him out and about getting permission. It's good. So he ain't trying to mess that up. But yet he always trying to bait people. They say, hey, where I'm at right now. Where I'm at. I'm on 13th and Swave. I'm on Swave Avenue. That's where I'm at. Now what? Man, come on, bro. Stop with the front. But big shout out and best wishes to the weight loss. You know, I'm just saying, you know, too much clickbaiting online, too much lies outside of that shit. I'm not saying you lying, but I'm just saying, like Swat Jones said, when we lose weight naturally, you know what I'm saying? The shit ain't dripping off your face like that. I mean, when especially when your body fat, if nobody knows those numbers with your body fat percentage, let's just say your body fat percentage was in the 20 percentile. It takes a good long while for that motherfucker to shed and melt off your body. It takes a time. Look, if I was at a point where I can barely see my abdominal muscles, right? When I was able to cut down easy, it'll take me some time to lock into my diet and then increasing my cardio. Look, understand one thing, people. It don't matter if you do 2-a-days. It don't matter. You can do 1-a-days and get that shit out the way. You do not have to do 2-a-days and tell everybody online you're doing 2-a-days. It's what exercises and what your regimen consists of when you're working out each time. You can do 1-a-days and get enough cardio in for you. You don't have to do no 2-a-days for what? You ain't competing. You don't have to do 2-a-days when you have no reason except to meet a PR. I just want to meet this goal right here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to meet this goal right here. Bro, you don't have to do 2-a-days. You can just stay in the gym the first time around, and it's up to you. Whether you want to get some workout in, it's according to what type of workout you're working. You want to do cardio first and then work out? You want to work out and do cardio? Either way it goes, you have to lock in to the point where you get off that aerobic workout you're doing and you're sweating all over the place, supposedly, allegedly, all that canola oil. Then you got to go over there and do a workout. You got to still have energy to go in there and get a workout in. And let me tell you, it's not that easy. Because a lot of people that's sitting up here, I do 2-a-days. When they leave the gym with that 1-a-day, they go right over there to taco, get you some tacos, Chipotle, or they go over here to freaking Tropicana or whatever, tropical USA or whatever it is, Starbucks. You see them most going over there getting a frappuccino, and they just went in the gym. You have to be able to not replenish the calories that you just burnt when your body is craving, it's hungry, and you're like, shit, I can't do it. Let me just go get this burger. Hey, can I get a burger? No mayo. Lettuce and ketchup, please. All right, that's it. Do you want to get the meal or the or just the entree and the fries? Yeah, just give me the number 1 with a Diet Coke. Yeah, I'm dropping weight, getting cut up for the summer. Give me a Diet Pepsi. Come on, bro. You can't drink none of that carbonation. You got to be drinking straight water. I'm being honest. I'm being honest, man. The workouts are different, y'all. I'm serious. See, it comes down to a point where if you was to work out one of these guys, they'd be like, how much can you bench and how much can you do this? No, that's not what it is when you get older and your joints don't heal. Your ligaments don't heal the way it's supposed to. Your body aches longer than it should be. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to the type of high repetition workout that you can go through to condition your body to burn off those extra calories, because your metabolism ain't the same. You're not as mobile as you used to be. So when you're not as mobile as you used to be and you're much older, your body tells you that, because one thing that Blue is not going to let you know is that when you go ahead and start a workout and your body breaks down and gets sore, you might feel that way for 2 days, 3 days. It all depends on what your workout consists of. Also, it depends on what you're doing to replenish. You know what I'm saying? You want to replenish those aminos back in your body. What are you doing? What are you taking to replenish? Can you take that type of supplement? What supplements are you taking to replenish those minerals and put that protein and amino acids back in your body so it can recover? You're breaking it down and you need to build it back up. Are you going to be able to get out the bed when your body is aching, going through the initial first phases of working out? And then when you're so-called on this diet, are you really strictly on a diet? Are you going to be patient enough to measure your food? Or are you just going to say, oh, I'm going to Subway. Yeah, can you give me the turkey on Swiss, please? Honey wheat. Yeah, put some vinegar on that. I want black olives, spinach, tomatoes, cucumbers. Let me see what else we got up there. Yeah, just give me the tomatoes too. Put some pickles on there, and just give me one strip of mayo. But sir, you say you was on. Give me one strip of mayo. God damn it, I'm the customer. But I was just trying to help you out. You say you was. I don't care about none of that. Mug, goddamn, so hungry. Can't cut it in three. Cut in 3/4. Yeah, take it out there, and before he get to the car, that motherfucker eat. Cause your body be going through that shit. Leaving the gym is the worst part if you don't have a protein shake. If you don't have a smoothie made or a protein shake, leaving the gym after a hard workout will fuck up a person's freaking training regime. The mental game is wild. The mental game, when you get older, is unstable. It's good to have people around you to motivate you. But if you're just talking about removing yourself from a live stream, going to the gym, doing 2-a-days because it sounds good, nigga, I'm telling you, you don't have to do 2-a-days. To any of you niggas, you can do 1-a-days and go in there and get your workout. You're older now. You have to work out different. You ain't going in there putting 300 on the bar after you did your warm-up sets and say, oh man, I'm going for my personal best. Put 315 on that motherfucker. I used to do this when I was in my 20s, man. I know the shit. The field is still gonna be the same. The barbell ain't got no bigger. Go ahead. Throw 3 plates on that motherfucker. Put the collars on that bitch, man. I don't need no spot, man. I used to take this shit off myself. Go ahead. And then you got down, try to take the shit off, and then rack it. You know, you might lift it for 1 rep. Boom, take it back up there. And then, tore your rotator cuff. Oh shit, I fucked my shit up, dog. You sure you didn't have a 10 on that side? No, 345s on each side. Damn, my rotator cuff. Now you got to stay out and work around shit without further irritating your rotator cuff or anything else is going on. And don't let these motherfuckers fool you, dog. I'm not saying they ain't doing it. I'm just saying it may not be people in there listening to them that's educated enough to know if they bullshitting them. A nigga that take a photo or go live when they are there sweating and you ain't saying shit, you should put in the chat, man. Man, come on, man. Your boots should already be out, man. No, man. Come on, man. No, man. What you doing? You think we want to see you sweating? No working out, just sitting there. Hey, people, I'm on 3-a-days right now. Nobody can tell me now. I'm calibrated. I'm locked in. I'm on a new journey. I want everybody to follow me on my journey. I go up here and I absolutely tear this place apart. The 100-pound dumbbells that you see on the floor, I put them there. They can't handle me in here. There's no weight that's heavy that I can't lift. Come on, man. You want to be like me? I'm still able to rack these suckers. Be like, let me get to number 9. Extra dip. 2 number 6s in a large soda. Man, I'm telling you, when you leaving the gym, your body be calling for that fast food, dog. Your body be calling for that fast food. And look, once again, I'm not denying that you can lose some weight, but people need to be honest with those who may be on the same journey. It's water weight that leaves your body first. And due to the food that you've ate that had a high transfer fat, okay, they call transient fat. Your body fat, if you start off in the 20 percentile, not only do you have to lower your body fat, but you have to start getting to a point where your body is actually burning fat. You want to be able to turn that fat into muscle. It's a strict way on how to do that, and not everybody is in tune. And when you get older, you have to be locked in from a younger age, and you have a a support group around you that y'all show up and motivate each other. But you got to be mentally driven to do this shit damn near on your own. For real. And just think how it would be like if you saw a channel, a host, a content creator that you support, and they were actually putting their shit up there on how they working out. And you actually say, okay, I've seen them work out before. I know their mindset when it comes to working out. Not just putting up a front and showing, when sweat dripping off your brow and shit like, no, that's not the way it worked, man. That's called pretending. That's called pretending. And then I don't need another nigga to hype me up and tell my audience, hey man, WCS man, Scotty, he's in top tip condition, dog. I could see his muscles through his jacket. God dang, he was in there working out, man, killing it on the Stairmaster. If I was any type of personal trainer, which that's an overrated job, it just gets people in trouble, especially dudes. I would say personal Stairmaster is not that bad, but a lot of people get hurt on the Stairmaster because they stay on it too freaking long, and they think that's the only way to climb steps over and over again. That's going to burn calories. Yes, you can burn calories for sure. You can burn calories, but you have to gradually work yourself into the Stairmaster because you have knee joints, ankle joints. You have your Achilles tendon. You know what I'm saying? You have your tendons in the hamstring area, quad tendons. You have to be extremely careful and understand how those areas can be tight. And you're going to the Stairmaster, and then you get off and you want to do something else that may be a bit more active aerobic. And you end up pulling your motherfucking quad muscle or your hamstring muscle or your calf muscle. All because the Stairmaster works different types of muscle. And then when you get on the treadmill, that works different type of muscle. You just got to know what you're doing. That's all. I enjoy seeing people with weight loss journeys, but we got black people up here trying to convince people that they weight loss. I never had nobody tell me, hey man, you done lost weight. You must be on Ozempic. Nobody never told me that shit. For those of you that might be on Ozempic, be careful. You might want to just, lock in and purchase the food, right? Purchase the food and allow that food to balance you out the way it's supposed to be. That's all. Allow that food to balance you out. Measure your chicken, measure your fish, put a little spice on there because a little bit of cayenne pepper, that's a good fat burner. I can educate a lot of them niggas, but they just don't want to. I can educate you so you won't have such high sugar cravings when you leave the gym and going through this process to try to balance out your weight loss. I mean, I can educate you on some simple, daily nutritional routines. That's easy, but since it's me telling you, they'll be like, "No, I don't want to listen to that nigga. He a hater. He a hater. I don't want WCS telling me nothing. Fuck him." Hey, Eclipse 330, what's good with it, bro? I see you in the building square. How you living? Carlos Rosado on deck. What's good with it, Carlos? What else? This out here, bro. I really don't want to get on Anui because people say I'm an Anui hater, but I'm like, dude, he's about to fight the former unified super bantamweight champion MJ. Who lost his belts to Moles, I think his name was Pomales, whatever. It's crazy, man. I don't see why that's the case, bro. I don't know if y'all knew, but they just had the Boxing Writers Association Awards. Boxing Writers Association, um, where they awarded, some boxers that you may know. And yeah, that's about all I got, man. That's about all I got. I don't have nothing else to say about School. Okay, remember his name is William School, not Skull. William School. One of the most boringest freaking champions I ever seen in my life. That's stepping in there with one of the best to ever do it, Canelo Alvarez of this, era, one of the best, and not have no enthusiasm to sell the fight. It's just crazy. But shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. Y'all already know. Salute. Continue to support the channel.